Elden Ring does not have a good way to manage their player pool. So they split their player base into a bunch of different brackets. And even though Elden Ring is super popular and there's a ton of people playing it, like players are funneled into so many different levels that the majority of the player base doesn't get to play with each other, even if they want to, whether it's for co-op or PvP or any online activity. So because of that, because they just separate the player base into so many brackets, a ping filter would actually, it would make that issue even worse, because you would even funnel the players further into more different categories of like high ping, low ping. And I think if we were to fix that issue completely, it would be to have an actual hard level cap to where you make sure that people that want to play together, to play the game together, are incentivized to play at a particular level, and that level should really be max level. But you can't have a game with max level 713. That makes no sense. So really, it goes back to what I was saying, how the game really doesn't deserve or doesn't need to have levels above 200. What the game needs in order to fix the ping filter problem would be to have a max level that is like either 200 or below. Like, you could argue 150, you could argue 125, you could argue 200. I don't think there's any argument above 200. You could argue 100. Doesn't matter which level you want to set your max level at, but you would need to lower that max level to where, oh, Elden Ring moment, to where players are incentivized to play at that one level. And so because of that, you would then push the player base into one level bracket, so you would have a much larger player pool, and then it would make sense to add a ping filter, because you would have such a strong and thick player pool that you can choose from. And then it would make sense to then separate the players into various latencies. But that's how you fix the issue. It's not just by adding a ping filter. You need to properly manage the player pool first. And obviously they're not going to do any of that for Elden Ring, but it's more like the solution for another game into the future.